Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I am the Y2K collector and I am back. I'm going to be doing a special episode this evening. This is going to be episode 2 of my PlayStation collection, where I break them down into sections. And the section that I'll be going over of my PlayStation collection is going to be what I would call the shovelware, or the games that are more common, more easy to find, not expensive at all. And these are games that you can find out in the wild, as they say. And so, that's how I classify these here. I think to many, these games aren't as fun. But I have these in my collection because they appeal to the gaming style and the gameplay that I like. So I'll be going over that in episode 2. But then I'm also going to be going over something that I don't get to do often. But as I said, I do have some time here, and I was able to actually go to a retro game store because I had a bunch of shovelware that I wanted to kind of offload and get, kind of purge my collection a bit and see what I can get in place. I'm willing to trade away 10 games, 15 games to get one amazing game. It doesn't matter to me, especially if the 15 games that I don't play anymore, or they're just not, I don't find value in them. So I was able to trade in about maybe 10 to 15 games, and I was able to get 3 solid games for the PlayStation 2, and I was also able to get one free. So I'm going to take you along with me on that ride, and you'll get to see what that store has to offer. But without any more waffling or jabbering, we're going to go ahead and get this started. And we're going to start with the PlayStation shovelware. So this is in no particular order, so let's get it going. And we have here Chrono Cross. Now I have this episode. I have this a copy of Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy Chronicles. It's been a long day, folks. So Final Fantasy Chronicles for the PlayStation. I keep calling it Chrono Cross, but it's because it also has Chrono Trigger along with it. And Chrono Trigger is a great game that I like for the Super Nintendo. It would be great on the PlayStation if it just weren't for the loading times. Those infernal loading times. Just, that's what makes the playing games on the PlayStation tough at times. But I do have that in the collection. And next up is Tekken 3. Now, Tekken 3 is a game that I added to my collection because I did play this in the arcade a lot. And Tekken was a game that I would play while waiting to fight someone in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, because you had the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade, then you had Tekken right next to it, and if there was a line, you had to do something. So Tekken 3 was there, and I actually got pretty good with Paul, so I added Tekken 3 to the collection. X-Men Mutant Academy. I used to volunteer at an after-school program, and in the rec center they had this game, X-Men Mutant Academy, and so I used to play it and a lot, and so I just felt like I wanted to have it and add it. This is purely nostalgia, but it's a part of the collection for sure. Next one up is Oddworld. I think graphically, this is just an amazing game graphically, so I wanted to add it to the collection. Oddworld isn't a series that I dove much into when I was younger, but it was a game that I wanted to try out, so added that. I added this a while back, played it, and plays pretty good. Assault Retribution. This is a Midway title, and this is screaming arcade all over it. But this is actually a really fun game, a really cool arcade game. A lot of shooting, run and gun, shooter action, shooting these bug-like aliens. Pretty fun. Not expensive at all. Next up, Urban Chaos. This also came out for the Dreamcast. Cool concept, but horrible graphics. Oh my gosh, so bad. Can't take it. Aladdin. This is a fun PlayStation Disney game. Disney their games are always graphically really good, and this is a great looking Aladdin game for the PlayStation. Here we have Fighting Force. I love me a good beat 'em up, and this is like a 3D PlayStation beat 'em up. Well, camera's fine there, but this is a great 3D PlayStation beat 'em up. It just graphically, it's a bit of a struggle. Some of these PlayStation games are a little tough to digest on the eyes, so You'll have to be willing to deal with that. We have another Disney game. Great gameplay on these Disney games, man. Don't let the Disney fool you. Atlantis, great graphically, again, for the PlayStation, a really good graphic, really just graphically great. And I just never understood that, why some games look good graphically and others just struggle. But, well, can't have it all. So then we have next Wild 9. This is a great game, great concept, cool action platformer game, a lot of fun. Check it out. You kind of smash people back and forth. Pretty fun game. 1. This is just a never-ending, you're running and shooting nonstop. It's just, the cover doesn't really show you what it's about really well, but this is like an action run and gun shooter game. Pretty cool game. What can I say? Bruce Willis in a video game, Apocalypse. Just Bruce Willis saying corny Bruce Willis stuff, running, jumping, shooting, action, 3D kind of action game. Pretty fun. This is one that I think a lot of people will like. Contra: Legacy of War. Not the, you know, I don't think a lot of people like this Contra because of the viewpoint. Kind of like a just the way you know, it's not like a side-scrolling shooter like we normally see with Contra. More like a isometric kind of top-down kind of style. I don't know. I just don't think a lot of people could get with it if you were a hardcore Contra fan. But I just love Contra. So, and it's not bad. It's like actually pretty fun when you get over the viewpoint. I mean, if you can appreciate that Contra for what it is, you'll have fun. Just talked about this recently. Mega Man 8, just a great just looks great graphically. 2D sprites. Love Mega Man. Wanted to have it. The only other console that game came out on was, I think, the Sega Saturn. So that's a cool one to have in the PlayStation collection. Rayman, this is where it all started. I had this on PC when I was a kid, before I got a PlayStation. So that was fun. Crash Bandicoot, you gotta have it. This is just, if you have a PlayStation and you don't have this game, something's wrong. But Crash Bandicoot, wanted to have that. And while that is shovelware, I feel like Crash Bandicoot, the price on those have gone up a bit. Spyro, again, just one of those games, you gotta have it. You can't own a PlayStation and not own Spyro the Dragon. I mean, great game. Here's one that you don't really hear about a lot, but pretty cool. 40 Winks. This is a cool PlayStation game. Different. You're running around a dark mansion. It's kind of weird, creepy, like a 3D adventure game. Pretty cool though. Check it out. 40 Winks. Not expensive at all. These last two I really like. So this first one is Akuji. Now this also came out on the Dreamcast, but it's pretty darn expensive on the Dreamcast for what it is. But you can get this for about $11 on the PlayStation 1. And this is a cool adventure game. It's like you get cool weapons, cool moves, there's some platforming, and I think it's pretty cool for what it was at the time it came out. So Akuji, check it out. I like this one. And then last but not least, this is purely nostalgic. Xena, don't judge me. No, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a huge Xena fan. I don't care what anyone says. Xena was amazing. I used to watch Xena, used to watch Hercules, you know, Kevin Sorbo and that chin of his, just crazy. Man, I just remember that. That's just 90s, you know. So, yeah. This is a pretty cool game. Check it out. Open world action. Really great stuff. And that does it for the shovelware portion of the PlayStation collection. But stick around, because now I kind of want to take you through and show you some of the games that I got on my trip to a retro game store not too far from me. And I was able to get some games that I actually had on my wish list. And so I was able to do that. And then once I show you these, you can just come along with me. I'll show you the store. Pretty cool place if you're ever in the area. Drop by. Really friendly staff. Good stuff. So, but let's get into these PlayStation 2 pickups. So, this first one is a game that I got for free. I picked up 3 games and then I got a 4th one free. And this is one that kind of right up my alley as far as like the hack and slash. So Kessen on the PlayStation 2. This is one that I got for free when I went ahead and did some trade-ins and picked up 3 games on the PlayStation. And again, just more of like your hack and slash style game. Next one up is a game. Again, I'm a native New Yorker, originally from New York, and I'm all about that, you know, just graffiti. I'm into that stuff. And so Getting Up was one that I was looking for on the PlayStation 2, and they had it at the store, and I was able to get it on a trade-in. And this is just a really cool looking game. You know, you're running around, you're tagging up, you know, you're in the streets. It's just a different kind of game. I liked it, and I wanted to check it out. All right, next one up. This was on my wish list. I've been looking for this for a while, and they had Ninja Turtles, Mutant Nightmare 3. Sorry, struggle today. But yeah, this was one that I wanted to check out just because it's of the multiplayer functionality. I've always wanted to kind of get a four-man game going, and this is one of the best games to do that on. So picked up Ninja Turtles. And then almost second to last, this was one that I picked up. I'm all about those sword games. You know, I've got, if you look in the background here, you'll see I've got Shadow of Rome. I love that. I've got, what else do we have here? Chaos Legion. You know, I've got a few others. Evergrace. What else do I have? You know, just, Shining Force. I love those swords games. I love those hack and slash games. Those games do it for me. You know, Crimson C2. Those are my types of games. And so I picked up another one. Gladiator, Sword of Vengeance on the PlayStation 2. This also came in with the trade-in. Really sweet looking game. Just more hack and slash, you know, just checking it out. So that's a good one there. Rated M. And then we have our last one. We have our last game for the day, and this was one that came in recently, and I've had my eye on this for a long time. Really cool game. It's made by Capcom, so you know it's going to be good, and that's Under the Skin. This one was a surprise. I forgot that I had ordered this. This came in still sealed, so pretty cool to have that. You know, I don't really typically go for the sealed copies, but it was sealed copy of Under the Skin, and this was pretty cool that I was able to snag up and add it to the PS2 collection. And that's where my head is at these days. You know, I've just really been buying, you know, more so for the PlayStation 2, just because it's cheaper than a lot of the other stuff that's coming out right now. The PlayStation 2 stuff isn't going to last, at least the good stuff isn't going to last that much longer, because more and more people are buying it, and the prices are really starting to go up on the PlayStation 2 games. But yeah, those are my pickups. I have one more surprise, and this is just because I'm not going to be able to make a video for a while, so kind of jamming a bunch of stuff in here. But I did get a pretty cool pre-order come in, and this pre-order is pretty cool. I wanted to share this with y'all, and that's Griffin Knight. I'm not sure how many knew that this game came out, but I love my shmups, and this is a side-scrolling type shmup, so really cool game. 2D sprite-based game, you know, side-scrolling shmup there. You're flying like this little griffin. You get your power-ups, and I haven't even had a chance to open this one yet, but I'm really excited to check this out, and that's Griffin Knight. All right, well, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and let the B-roll roll on my trip out to the retro game store, but I definitely wanted to say thank you for checking me out on a Friday. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. I am the Y2K Collector, and I hope you have a good one. Take it easy.